Welcome to the I'm Possible podcast, episode 15, with me, Anna Esen. I get inspired to record this episode because the last few months I have been
Welcome to the I Am
observing
Possible podcast,
how no matter
episode
what
14,
kind of
with me,
topic
Anna
arises,
Esen.
it always creates a huge, how to say it, potentiality for conflict and clashing between different viewpoints. I understand that there are people that have different viewpoints on life than you. And I understand that these viewpoints could be completely contradictory to that what you believe and to that what makes you feel safe or to that what makes you feel good and what makes you feel kind of willing to live. And yet the heaviness with which these different viewpoints clashed on those platforms on social media, it's so beyond humanitarian. It's filled with fear, with hatred, with a lot of unresolved emotions and a lot of undergoing fears. Because the reason, by me observing it, and reason why we create these clashes is because the one side believe in something or express an opinion and observation that only they can have through their experience, and the other side feeling threatened by this expression, by this observation, in a way like you're almost putting a gun on the head of someone. By reading all these comments and observing the need to prove other wrong in their viewpoints, is not coming from a place of I would love to understand your viewpoint, but it's coming from a place I want to fight your viewpoint. And there is some analogy or kind of like um, an observation that comes now to me. You know, there is this saying, as above, so below, as within, so without. So when everything that we experience on a global scale is just a reflection of that what we experience on a smaller scales. When we look at our social media as our current platforms to express opinions and to share viewpoints, and when we see what kinds of daily fights are happening there, it's not a wonder that on a global scale we are experiencing huge global conflicts. Because if you try to understand the concept of peace, and that was something I came across a few years ago and it really deeply resonated with me. What is a peace? You know, a lot of people are going out and say, I want global peace. I want peace. I want to live in harmony. But it's looking only on the global scale. But the global scale, if we see it, that is a reflection of our smaller and smaller and smaller scale, is if we want to have peace on a global scale, we need to create pieces within the continents. If we want to have peace within the continents, we need to create peace within the countries. If we want to experience peace within the countries, we need to create a peace within the regions. And if we want to experience peace in the regions, we need to create peace in the cities, the villages. And the peace in the city and the villages started with a peace in the families. And the peace in the families can only be created if you create peace from within. So we put outside a responsibility on a global term to create a peace, but we tend to let go of our own responsibility to add to this frequency of peace by creating peace within ourselves and peace with ourselves, not only within ourselves, not only, but starting with the peace within you, with who you are, with all your shadows and all your lights, with all the failures and all the successes, because we tend to accelerate and push up the the light and the success, but to suppress the shadow and see it as not worthy to be perceived. But it's a part of you. It's a part of your journey. It's a part of being human. So when you allow yourself to create a peace with all your pieces within yourself, right? It starts within you. And then from the peace within yourself, you create peace within your approximate environment. This frequency starts multiplying within your environment in one or another form. And when this goes, then it can grow farther and farther. So the I'm Possible podcast has a purpose to help you understand that your impossible life, it's actually impossible. So it starts from within you by realigning your I and your am, your soul and your ego, and accepting all the pieces within you. It's about radical responsibility. Yeah. It's about taking a radical responsibility for everything you experience in your life. And this is heavy. This is heavy, especially when you look outside and sometimes we have the feeling we are so small, and we have the feeling that we don't have the control over our life, but it's just a feeling that has been put upon you from society, from your environment, from your family. Most of them not purposely, not consciously, most of them not with the willingness to keep you small and to forget the power that you hold within yourself and to lose, to give more and more of this, of your power, of this responsibility in in order to gain an illusion of safe and security that someone from outside will provide for you. And I want you with this podcast here and now to really invite you to see where within yourself you are in war within yourself, where within your own human experience you are fighting still emotions, experiences, parts of you. Where is the war happening within you? And to take radical responsibility, to be courageous, to look at these parts, these pieces, and to allow yourself to welcome back home. To really reconnect with these pieces and see them and forgive those pieces that hurt you, that made you feel unworthy or not good enough or sad or angry or ashamed, frustrated, and to welcome these pieces back and to create peace within yourself by taking radical responsibility for you being the peace that you're looking in the world within yourself, and to allow to radiate this frequency of peace. And when you encounter something in the outer world that feels like it's disturbing your peace or it's jeopardizing your peace in every given level, a body, mental, emotional, energetic, just to acknowledge that this is something that is showing you where you still didn't make peace within yourself. It's triggering you because there is still pieces of you that that need to be welcome. And before you react to a post, to a video, to a content, even to this podcast episode, before you react, stop, pause, inhale, and first connect deeply with yourself and see, why is this message triggering you? What are you afraid of? Where you think that this message can take away something from you, can jeopardize your safety, your security, can destroy your life. And ask yourself truly and deeply, is this true? Is it true? Or is there a perception that these two viewpoints can exist, even completely opposite, and has the valid and are valid of existing without you needing to react? And if you still feel of the need of response, you can do it, but do it from a place of integrity, peace, and harmony with yourself. Don't do it from a place of hatred, frustration, fear, anger, shame, disappointment. And I trust that when more and more people find a peace within themselves and take radical responsibility for their own life experiences, that is where the ripple effect will be created of actually achieving worldwide peace. Don't add to the frequency of hatred and war. Look where in your daily activities you're unconsciously or consciously adding to the frequency of war, to the frequency of hatred, to the frequency of disruption, but not in a positive way disruption, but in a way of really degrading the dignity of some other human being or another living organism. I hope you feel the frequency of peace emanating from my heart towards your heart. And I want to know that I see you and I feel you. And I know how hard is it to lay down the weapons, to tear down the walls you have created around your heart because of the situation and the people you have encountered through your life. And just allow yourself to not be guarded and take full responsibility for your life experience. Because you are a powerful being. You have a unique essence. You're absolutely, unapologetically powerful. You have the strength, the sovereignty to influence millions of other people when you choose to act out of authenticity, self-acceptance, and peace. And I know it's not always easy, and I know it's not easy to hold this frequency and observing the outer world, but I trust that if you are here and you're listening to this message, you're ready. You're ready to be the peacemaker in this world by seeing where in your daily interaction and activities you can actually spread more peace and more love and more acceptance, and allow also those who triggers you to be valuable of living, to bless them, to send them love, and not curse them, not fight them. Stop the fight within yourself. Stop the war within yourself. Lay down the weapons. I see you. I love you. You're Anna.